Hello, my name is Chris Padbury. I'm the Executive Director for Project 127 Adoptions in Colorado. We're a ministry from the Churches of Colorado to the Orphans of Colorado. Project 127 has taken some time to develop a Christian-based training program to assist parents on adopting through the foster care system. It gives parents hope, and it helps them be the kind of parents the kids really need. We look forward to hearing from you and your feedback and hope that you enjoy this class. God bless, and God bless those kids.
You might be asking, just why a class on love? Of all the different things that you could talk about in the adoption experience, why particularly a class on love? Well, let me just give you a few quick reasons. Project 127 believes that adoption is ministry. It is primarily for the benefit of the child. And that we understand that first and foremost, love is the foundational Christian ethic. In fact, Jesus said when questioned about what the greatest commandment was, he said there's really two. Do you know them? Love God and love your neighbor. He said all the law and the prophets, all the scriptures can be summed up and wrapped up in these two commands. Love God and love your neighbor. So love is the foundational Christian ethic. It is also compelling reason that we know Jesus. We desire that these children not only find their forever family, but it's also our prayer as a ministry that these children come into a home where they will meet Christ.
Hi, I'm Sarah Padbury, and I'm married to Chris Padbury, who is the Executive Director of Project 127. I was born in Colorado. I'm a native, and went to high school and college in Colorado, met my husband in college, and we've been married about 17 years now. We have 5 children, all adopted, and we've adopted about every way you can. We have an agency infant, we adopted through a lawyer, an international infant, international older child, and an older child through the foster care system. And we didn't know that over the years that the Lord was preparing us for this ministry, but we're sure glad to be here and looking forward to talking to you guys about love.
Well, hi, I'm Dave DeBevick, and this is my wife, Carly, and we live just down the road in Berthoud, Colorado. Carly and I have been married for just over 25 years now, and even 25 years ago, the Lord had placed adoption on our hearts, and we were just kind of praying about the right time. And before we got to adoption, the Lord blessed us with 8 biological children, and so we have a full home, and then the Lord said, now's the time I want you to adopt, and this was about 3 years ago. And so the Lord opened up the door for us to adopt 2 boys, Cisco and Brandon.
How many of you have raised children before? Okay, so you have a good head start. However, one thing to be aware of is, well, 2 things. Number one, you're ahead of the game because you've done it, and that's going to be very helpful for you as you raise children that are coming into your home. But the other thing that we're not always aware of and we don't always think about is the kids that come to us have some significant issues. And we're going to talk more about that, and you're going to go, ooh, oh yeah. So the parenting that you already know about, that you've experienced yourself or that you've actually done, is going to be very, very helpful for you. There are going to be times, though, when what you are doing and what you're sharing and trying to teach with your kids, your styles and techniques, those are going to be, you're going to find, not always able to work every single time. And so that's what this class is about. We're going to be talking about The first section is attachment and how normal attachment is developed. And then we're going to be talking about, for those kids who didn't get normal attachment, that wasn't able to develop properly or it was interrupted. Well, then that's going to give, we're going to talk about how that works and then what you can do about that. And then we're going to talk about discipline. Because obviously raising children, you're going to be disciplining your kids. But how can you do that with a kid who's been abused? A lot of the typical normal parenting things can work with them, but sometimes when they don't, you're going to want to have this information.
Today, what we're going to be doing is covering aspects of faith. And I will be your biblical tour guide, so to speak, illustrating primarily an example out of the book of 1 Samuel and David and Goliath. Does everybody know who David and Goliath is? Good. I won't have to get into the detail too much. But so I'll be illustrating different facets of faith, and the panelists will be telling you how they played out in real life, much like the love class that you just took. We look at faith, the faith walk and adoption, in really two areas. One is, someone asked me once, what's the hardest part of adopting? And I said, well, probably deciding to do it. Wouldn't we agree? Just getting your head around that idea and going, okay, I'm willing to do that. So that aspect of deciding to do it, filling out the paperwork, all the way up until placement is its own separate faith walk. And another faith walk that exists is after the children move in. They come in, you work through issues, you're being supervised by the county, and what fun it is to have many parents involved in the parenting of one child. Then you finalize, and you're still walking through life. And that's what our parents are able to, they're going to be able to tell you about kind of both those aspects as they share their stories.